Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another interesting review and another Kellerbier from Rheinland-Pfalz, the region Rheinland-Pfalz, which is a region that I haven't been having so much from actually on my channel, but it's of course always right time for a Kellerbier and always right time for a beer from the region Rheinland-Pfalz. And it comes in this twist top bottle. As you can see, it's Brauerei Bischoff that it's called. And since I'm finished with my series about Kölsch beers, I'm now continuing with some random beers from brews in the rest of Germany that of course has not been on the channel before. But this one coming in this twist top bottle, as you can see, which is quite unusual to use, but I will appreciate it. And here you see the main label of Brauerei Bischoff and the Kellerbier. Christian Bischoff is the man on the picture of that label. Here is the back label. Of course I'm going to read the information from that later on in the review, but yeah, gonna be really interesting to try this. And of course Kellerbier is one of my favorite beer styles at the moment, so this one is going to be really interesting to try. I can show you the top label once again, and the main label of this Brauerei Christian Bischoff, located in the town that was called Winnweiler in Rheinland-Pfalz. So let's start with open up the bottle like this. With the twist top, and then pour it up, of course, into the further barrel well-fitting glass. There we have it all. Always important to use the right type of glass for the beer style that you're enjoying, and I think this glass really is perfect for Kellerbier. Right glass really helps the right taste to be achieved, and of course also pouring, creating this two-finger white foam crown is important because it unleashes the right aromas from the ingredients of the beer, and also try to keep the foam all the way through while you drink, because it locks the right taste in the glass. If the foam disappears, then you can put the beer decal above the glass like this, and it locks the right taste in the glass. Just some tips from me. Anyway, looking at it, looking like a perfect Kellerbier should look like, cloudy and golden in color, golden cloudy, and the foam is thick, of course, thick white foam crown, just the way it should be. Let's get the aroma. Yeah, this is real fresh. This is absolutely how I want a Kellerbier. Really defines why Kellerbier is one of my favorite beer styles at the moment. A great German beer styles. And as you know, if you've been following my channel, I only drink German beer styles. I only drink beers from German breweries. That's what I love so most. And yeah, real fantastic aroma, so let's give it a try. The Brauerei Bischoff, Winnweiler, Kellerbier. Prost! Yeah, this is undoubtedly having a really fantastic Kellerbier taste in my opinion. Freshness, easy to feel the high quality raw materials, high quality brewing process. This is a great brewery, and of course it's a recommendation. I'm gonna link to the brewery's website in the description box below, so feel free to check out that website after the review if you're interested. It really is, as I mentioned, a great brewery. One other look at the label, looking like this: Bischoff, Christian Bischoff, Kellerbier, and the information that is Bischoff. Feine Bierspezialitäten, wir brauen nach dem deutschen Reinheitsgebot. Bischoff, Christian Bischoff, Kellerbier, Privatbrauerei Bischoff, 67722 Winnweiler, Pfalz. Naturtrüb, ungefiltert. Für Gebrauch kippen, danke. Bischofbier.de is the link to the brewer's website. Ein Bier wie anno dazu mal naturbelassen, da unfiltriert, reich an Hopfenbouquet. Gebraut nach dem deutschen Reinheitsgebot. Zutaten Wasser, Gras, Malz, Hopfen, Hopfenextrakt. Privatbrauerei Bischoff. An den Hopfengärten 667722 Winnweiler, alcohol content 5.2% volume. That's the information on the label. With the bottle right here. Meanwhile, we can read some information about this brewery from their website. Before we start the actual brewing process, let's take a closer look at the 4 ingredients. Water. The brewing water is the main component of our beer. More than 90% of beer consists of this natural raw material. The quality of the water, which is obtained from our own wells around the Bischoff brewery, has a decisive influence on the beer quality. Malts. Whether a beer is blonde, brown, black or amber, sweet or spicy, it depends on the brewing malt, which gives the beer its full flavor and color. In the malt house, the grains, especially barley and wheat, are germinated and by adding water and then darted, which means dried. A brew is prepared with this malt in the brewery. Over 95% of malt for our Bischoff beers is sourced locally. Hops. The hops, which is considered the soul of beer, give this beer its specific aroma and its typical bitter taste. We also owe this typical head of foam, among other things, to the hops, which also increase the shelf life of the beer completely naturally and without chemical additives. We obtain our hops from Rheinland-Pfalz, the largest closed hop growing region in the world, and from Tettnang. Yeast. In our own yeast incubation facility called Lovingly Kindergarten, 2 yeast strains, a top fermented one for the wheat beers and the bottom fermented for all the other varieties, are nurtured and cared for. The yeast converts the malt sugar into wort, into alcohol and carbonic acid. Without little helpers, no beer would be made. Brewing process, and there's a lot of information about the brewing process, but read that for yourselves in the website about this brewery. Hope you're gonna do that, and hope you continue to follow my channel for more interesting German beer reviews. So see you in the next German beer review.